Nvidia stock was down roughly 17% today after this whole Deepseek drama. Now, on today's episode, what I want to do is take a closer look at what recent top players in this industry have mentioned. We actually have response from Microsoft CEO, we have a response from OpenAI CEO, and we also have a response from Nvidia. Too long, don't watch. The main thing I want to say all three players are saying are the following. First, Deepseek is definitely improving AI efficiency. So it does seem like there is some truth to what Deepseek is doing. The second thing they all are saying is just because computational power is going from one end, it doesn't mean it's completely getting destroyed. We're going to see computational power being used in other places. So for Nvidia, it does seem like maybe this price action was a bit of an overreaction and too much fear when there's still so much if we're still in the early innings of AI. I'll explain a little bit more in today's episode, so make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, check out the pinned comment for a special offer at fool.com/Jose, and check out my free daily semiconductor newsletter, whatthechip.happened.com. So let's get started.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
All right, just a quick look here. We can see that Nvidia was down nearly 17%, sitting at $118. And if you are familiar with my channel, one thing that I have always said for Nvidia is a stock for the patient investor because there are random opportunities when the market might see something fearful and it might not be as bad as many think. And in the past 6 months, we've seen that numerous times. In September and August, we saw stock prices decrease dramatically due to maybe fears of decreasing capital expenditure, maybe fears of delays in one of Nvidia's upcoming products. And now we're kind of seeing this kind of reasoning that because Deepseek is able to do something at a cheaper price in AI, then it means that we're going to see a huge decrease in demand for Nvidia's AI chips. And that's the kind of top level bearish case for Nvidia right now. Now, I'm going to say I believe the market is going to continue to be very volatile for Nvidia, at least for the next few days. But we should get clarity on Wednesday when we do have some great earnings. I believe on Wednesday, we have Microsoft, Meta Platforms, and Tesla all reporting earnings. So hopefully an analyst in one of those calls kind of talks about, hey, look, is AI investment still true? But luckily, like I mentioned in the intro of this episode, we do have some responses from some big players. So the first one I'm actually going to talk about is Microsoft CEO, which was about 21 hours or early on Monday morning, very early on Monday. And he mentions Jevons paradox strikes again. As AI gets more efficient and accessible, we will see its use skyrocket, turning it into a commodity we just can't get enough of. And it kind of provides the link for Wikipedia. And Wikipedia goes more where occurs when technological advancements makes a resource more efficient to use, thereby reducing the amount needed for a single application. However, as the cost of using that resource drops, overall demand increases, causing total resources consumption to rise still. So governments have typically expected the efficiency gains to lower resources consumption rather than anticipating the possible increases due to this paradox. So if we kind of take about it here in this AI market, right, we're kind of seeing that right now AI LLMs now need less resources, less AI chips, less AI training on CapEx to be able to be strong. So now you're kind of seeing that resource drop in AI chip. Overall, though, you're going to see that demand increasing, causing total resources consumption to rise. So pretty much AI was pretty expensive. So companies like Microsoft and all these other players were only able to show certain AI solutions, and only certain people willing to pay some form of subscription were able to kind of use these top of the line AI models. But if that cost of getting all those AI solutions has decreased dramatically, now these big tech players can showcase all these AI solutions to everyone around the world. Now, since everybody is going to be using this, the total resource consumption actually increases. So you're going to continue to need AI chips, right? So that's kind of a top level overview of how we can kind of paint this into the AI market right now. So overall, this could be bullish as showcasing that even though certain portions of AI might be more efficient right now, it's going to lead to more consumption needs, which is going to need more computational power. And that's what I'm getting here from Microsoft. Maybe I'm reading it a little bit different. So let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Now, Sam Altman actually also posted a few minutes ago, and one of the main reasons I wanted to do today's episode. Sam Altman says Deepseek's R1 is an impressive model, particularly around what they're able to deliver for the price. So very similar here. Sam Altman is pretty much acknowledging that Deepseek is definitely doing something really good in forms of efficiency. Sam Altman goes on to say, we will obviously deliver much better models, and also it's legit invigorating to have new competitors, and we will pull up some releases. So Sam Altman is saying, hey, look, DeepSeek came out of nowhere in some aspects. Now we're going to showcase what we really have, right? What we really have. You guys thought O1 was our real thing. We might release O3 a lot faster. But mostly we are excited to continue to execute on our research roadmap and believe more compute is more important now than ever before to succeed at our mission. The world is going to want to use a lot of AI and really be quite amazed by the next gen models coming. Looking forward to bringing you all AGI and beyond. So again, we kind of see this from another player in the AI space. I would say Microsoft CEO and OpenAI CEOs are not a unit, even though there is that investment. I do believe they always act independently in their own aspects. And Sam Altman is kind of continuing to showcase that, hey, look, a lot more AI is going to need a lot more compute. Now, Nvidia actually also responded, and there was a statement shared with Quartz. DeepSeek is an excellent AI advancement and a perfect example of test time scaling. DeepSeek work illustrates how new models can be created using the technique, leveraging widely available models and compute that is fully export control compliant. Inference requires significant number of NVIDIA GPUs and high performance networking. So very similar to all these other players. And NVIDIA's statement is saying the same thing. While there are efficiencies here, the form of inference in the future is going to demand a lot more AI and is going to demand a lot more computational power. Now, the real question comes in later on, and maybe I might do another episode here. So I think right now, DeepSeek, what we've got from today's episode is DeepSeek is definitely making efficiency improvements in how maybe we train large language models. Other players can learn from this, as this is an open source. Now, if you're getting cheaper prices in that, you're going to be able to expand it and scale it. Who are the big players that can scale it? Companies who have a lot of computational power. Now, we also learned that this is going to drive demand for high inferencing needs and high computational needs, as we're going to see a lot of AI. The real question, and I think this is one we're going to discuss in another episode, is inferencing all we need? And if so, is NVIDIA the only player that we really want to invest in here? Or could there be other players? So again, I still believe that the market might be overreacting to this news, and NVIDIA being down roughly 17%, especially with what we just got from Microsoft CEO, OpenAI CEO, and NVIDIA's kind of statement. Now, the question is, where do we go from here? But I do believe the opportunity for NVIDIA is still strong, but there's also going to be opportunity for other AI players. Maybe some might consider AMD, Broadcom, or Marvell. I'm still sticking with NVIDIA being my number one out of those four, but I believe the optionality or the opportunity for those other players has increased a little bit more with this update. Again, I'm going to do another episode here to kind of showcase maybe the difference between inferencing and NVIDIA and maybe some of those other players. So stay tuned. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Take care and see you all next time.